Language Foundations Vocabulary Flashcards, helping you achieve understanding.
Come from. Be connected by a relationship of blood, for example. He comes from humble origins. Add up in number or quantity. Come to one's mind. Suggest itself. The thick white fluid containing spermatozoa that is ejaculated by the male genital tract. Come forth. Move toward, travel toward something or somebody or approach something or somebody. Come down here. Be a native of. Develop into. Proceed or get along. He's come a long way. Come under, be classified or included. This comes under a new heading. Reach a destination. Arrive by movement or progress. Be received. To be the product or result. Melons come from a vine. Be found or available. These shoes come in 3 colors. The furniture comes unassembled. Come to pass. Arrive, as in due course. Dawn comes early in June. Cover a certain distance. Exist or occur in a certain point in a series. Experience orgasm. She could not come because she was too upset. Extend or reach. The sleeves come to your knuckles. Happen as a result. Nothing good will come of this. Have a certain priority. My family comes first. Reach or enter a state, relation, condition, use, or position. Come into contact with a terrorist group. Reason by deduction. Establish by deduction. Come from. Be connected by a relationship of blood, for example. Develop or evolve from a latent or potential state. Obtain. Derive pleasure from one's garden. Come from. The present name derives from an older form. Move downward and lower, but not necessarily all the way. Come from. Be connected by a relationship of blood, for example. She was descended from an old Italian noble family. Come as if by falling. Do something that one considers to be below one's dignity. Determine the sum of. Be reasonable or logical or comprehensible. Add up in number or quantity. Develop into. How much there is or how many there are of something that you can quantify. Add up in number or quantity. The bills amounted to $2,000. A quantity of money. The amount he had in cash was insufficient. A quantity obtained by the addition of a group of numbers. Develop into. This idea will never amount to anything. Be tantamount or equivalent to. Her action amounted to a rebellion. The relative magnitude of something with reference to a criterion. An adequate amount of food for 4 people. Put into a group. Determine the number or amount of. One of a series published periodically. The property possessed by a sum or total or indefinite quantity of units or individuals. The number of parameters is small. The number is used in calling a particular telephone. He has an unlisted number. Add up in number or quantity. A short performance that is part of a longer program. It was one of the best numbers he ever did. A symbol used to represent a number. Place a limit on the number of. Enumerate. We must number the names of the great mathematicians. A clothing measurement. A number 13 shoe. A concept of quantity involving zero and units. Every number has a unique position in the sequence. An item of clothing. She preferred the black nylon number. A numbered item in a series. Take the number 2 to the main square, then change to the number 5. A numeral or string of numerals that is used for identification and may be attached to accounts, memberships, etc. She refused to give them her social security number. A select company of people. I hope to become one of their number before I die. Give numbers to. You should number the pages of the thesis. The grammatical category for the forms of nouns and pronouns and verbs that are used depending on the number of entities involved, singular or dual or plural. In English, the subject and the verb must agree in number. Determine the sum of. The whole amount. Add up in number or quantity. Constituting the full quantity or extent, complete. A total failure. A quantity obtained by the addition of a group of numbers. Complete in extent or degree and in every particular. A total eclipse. Damage beyond the point of repair. My son totaled our new car. Come to pass. Nothing occurred that seemed important. Come to one's mind, suggest itself. It occurred to me that we should hire another secretary. To be found to exist. Sexism occurs in many workplaces. The thick white fluid containing spermatozoa that is ejaculated by the male genital tract. Utter impulsively. The thick white fluid containing spermatozoa that is ejaculated by the male genital tract. Eject semen. The thick white fluid containing spermatozoa that is ejaculated by the male genital tract. One of the outstanding players in a tournament. Anything that provides inspiration for later work. Place seeds in or on the ground for future growth. She sowed sunflower seeds. A mature fertilized plant ovule consisting of an embryo and its food source and having a protective coat or testa. A small hard fruit. Bear seeds. Distribute, players or teams, so that outstanding teams or players will not meet in the early rounds. Go to seed, shed seeds. The dandelions went to seed. Help, an enterprise, in its early stages of development by providing seed money. Inoculate with microorganisms. Remove the seeds from. Seed grapes. Sprinkle with silver iodide particles to disperse and cause rain. Seed clouds. The thick white fluid containing spermatozoa that is ejaculated by the male genital tract. The thick white fluid containing spermatozoa that is ejaculated by the male genital tract. Come forth. result or issue. Start running, functioning, or operating. Come up, of celestial bodies. Originate or come into being. Move toward, travel toward something or somebody or approach something or somebody. Get something or somebody for a specific purpose. Gather, money or other resources, together over time. Gather or bring together. Come to the surface. Move upward. Be mentioned. Bring forth, usually something desirable. Praise vociferously. The critics hailed the young pianist as a new Rubinstein. Be a native of. She hails from Kalamazoo. Greet enthusiastically or joyfully. Call for. Hail a cab. Enthusiastic greeting. Many objects thrown forcefully through the air. A hail of pebbles. Precipitate as small ice particles. It hailed for an hour. Precipitation of ice pellets when there are strong rising air currents. Doctor's degree in osteopathy. Carry out or perform an action. Carry on or function. We could do with a little more help around here. Be sufficient. Be adequate, either in quality or quantity. Will $100 do? Create or design, often in a certain way. Get something done. An uproarious party. Behave in a certain manner. Show a certain behavior. Conduct or comport oneself. What makes her do this way? Give rise to. Cause to happen or occur, not always intentionally. Proceed or get along. How is she doing in her new job? Engage in. Do research. Carry out or practice, as of jobs and professions. Arrange attractively. Spend time in prison or in a labor camp. The syllable naming the first, tonic, note of any major scale in psalmization. Travel or traverse, a distance. This car does 150 miles per hour. An agenda of things to do. The sum charged for riding in a public conveyance. Proceed or get along. A paying, taxi, passenger. Eat well. The food and drink that are regularly served or consumed. Proceed or get along. Develop in a positive way. Have smooth relations. My boss and I get along very well. Kiss, embrace, or fondle with sexual passion. Write all the required information onto a form. Make out a form. Detect with the senses. I can't make out the faces in this photograph. Succeed in doing, achieving, or producing something, with the limited or inadequate means available. Have sexual intercourse with. Proceed or get along. Make out an issue. Comprehend. I cannot make out what this politician is saying. Imply or suggest. Try to establish. Move downward and lower, but not necessarily all the way. The barometer is falling. The act of surrendering, usually under agreed conditions. Come into the possession of. When a wrestler's shoulders are forced to the mat. Fall from clouds. Rain, snow and sleet were falling. Lose an upright position suddenly. A sudden decline in strength or number or importance. The fall of the House of Habsburg. Fall or flow in a certain way. Fall to somebody by assignment or lot. A sudden sharp decrease in some quantity. When that became known, the price of their stock went into free fall. A free and rapid descent by the force of gravity. Touch or seem as if touching visually or audibly. Decrease in size, extent, or range. Come as if by falling. A downward slope or bend. The season when the leaves fall from the trees. In the fall of 1973. The time of day immediately following sunset. They finished before the fall of night. A sudden drop from an upright position. Come under, be classified or included. Fall into a category. Be inherited by. A lapse into sin. A loss of innocence or of chastity. A fall from virtue. A movement downward. The rise and fall of the tides. Assume a disappointed or sad expression. Be born, used chiefly of lambs. Be captured. Be cast down. Be due. Payments fall on the first of the month. Begin vigorously. Come out. Issue. Descend in free fall under the influence of gravity. Die, as in battle or in a hunt. Several deer have fallen to the same gun. Drop oneself to a lower or less erect position. Go as if by falling. Lose office or power. Lose one's chastity. A fallen woman. Move in a specified direction. The line of men fall forward. Occur at a specified time or place. Christmas falls on a Monday this year. Pass suddenly and passively into a state of body or mind. Fall into a trap. Slope downward. The hills around here fall towards the ocean. Suffer defeat, failure, or ruin. We must stand or fall. The lapse of mankind into sinfulness because of the sin of Adam and Eve. To be given by assignment or distribution. To be given by right or inheritance. Yield to temptation or sin. Succeed in a big way. Get to the top. After he published his book, he had arrived. Reach a destination. Arrive by movement or progress. She arrived home at 7 o'clock. Reach with a blow or hit in a particular spot. Come to have or undergo a change of physical features and attributes. Leave immediately. Used usually in the imperative form. Perceive by hearing. She didn't get his name when they met the first time. Undergo, as of injuries and illnesses. Make, offspring, by reproduction. Give certain properties to something. Get someone mad. Be a mystery or bewildering to. Suffer from the receipt of. Receive as a retribution or punishment. Take vengeance on or get even. We'll get them. Achieve a point or goal. Move into a desired direction of discourse. Go through, mental or physical states or experiences. Get an idea. Irritate. Her childish behavior really get to me. Take the first step or steps in carrying out an action. Let's get down to work now. Succeed in catching or seizing, especially after a chase. Apprehend and reproduce accurately. Enter or assume a certain state or condition. It must be getting more serious. Attract and fix. Receive a specified treatment, abstract. Earn or achieve a base by being walked by the pitcher. Be stricken by an illness, fall victim to an illness. Cause to move. Cause to be in a certain position or condition. Come into the possession of something concrete or abstract. Cause to do. Cause to act in a specified manner. Reach a destination. Arrive by movement or progress. She didn't get to Chicago until after midnight. Go or come after and bring or take back. Grasp with the mind or develop an understanding of. Did you get it? Acquire as a result of some effort or action. You cannot get water out of a stone. A return on a shot that seemed impossible to reach and would normally have resulted in a point for the opponent. Communicate with a place or person. Establish communication with, as if by telephone. The operator couldn't get Kobe because of the earthquake. Evoke an emotional response. Brahms's Requiem gets me every time. Overcome or destroy. Purchase. What did you get at the toy store? Reach and board. Reach by calculation. What do you get when you add up these numbers? To come or go into. Take a place in a competition, often followed by an ordinal. To insert between other elements. Be received. Come into fashion. Become fashionable. Be later in time. Tuesday always follows Monday. Follow in or as if in pursuit. Her bad deed followed her and haunted her dreams all her life. Travel along a certain course. Follow the road. Keep informed. Follow, discover, or ascertain the course of development of something. We must follow closely the economic development is Cuba. Choose and follow, as of theories, ideas, policies, strategies or plans. She followed the feminist movement. Imitate in behavior. Take as a model. Teenagers follow their friends in everything. Keep to. Come as a logical consequence. Follow logically. It follows that your assertion is false. Follow with the eyes or the mind. She followed the men with the binoculars. Work in a specific place, with a specific subject, or in a specific function. Be the successor of. Carter followed Ford. Come after in time, as a result. A terrible tsunami followed the earthquake. Act in accordance with someone's rules, commands, or wishes. Perform an accompaniment to. The orchestra could barely follow the frequent pitch changes of the soprano. To be the product or result. Behave in accordance or in agreement with. Keep under surveillance. The police had been following him for weeks, but they could not prove his involvement in the bombing. Accept and follow the leadership or command or guidance of. Let's follow our great helmsman. Adhere to or practice. These people still follow the laws of their ancient religion. Be next. Mary plays best, with John and Sue following. Grasp the meaning. Can you follow her argument? To bring something about at a later time than. She followed dinner with a brandy. To travel behind, go after, come after. The ducklings followed their mother around the pond. Succeed in reaching a real or abstract destination after overcoming problems. Attain success or reach a desired goal. Penetrate. Continue in existence after an adversity, etc. Be present or associated with an event or entity. French fries come with the hamburger. Be priced at. Represent, as of a character on stage. Form or compose. These constitute my entire belonging. Be identical or equivalent to. Have life, be alive. A light, strong, brittle, gray, toxic, bivalent metallic element. Have an existence, be extant. Work in a specific place, with a specific subject, or in a specific function. Have the quality of being. Copula, used with an adjective or a predicate noun. Occupy a certain position or area, be somewhere. What is behind this behavior? Spend or use time. I may be an hour. To remain unmolested, undisturbed, or uninterrupted, used only in infinitive form. Let her be. Undergo a change or development. Enhance the appearance of. Morning becomes Electra. Enter or assume a certain state or condition. Come into existence. What becomes has duration. The liquid parts of the body. The liquid parts of the body.
Become our student and get access to effective and free educational materials. Subscribe to our YouTube channel to become a part of our growing YouTube community and to learn English effectively.